spot here. Metal rod trident. Oh, we can use carp. Since we have so many of them, because you catch it so often. Oh! Jeez, we got like 45 of them. Good lord. So much crap. Not carp. Snakehead! Ooh, there we go, that's new. 20 times Sepith. And we can use trouts and salmon. Basically, this one's mostly for using fish as bait. Snakehead! Good way to get time Sepith. Snakehead! Snakehead! Midnight come and we want to go home. Snakehead. Snakehead. A large ferocious fish that prefers stagnant water. Can actually breathe air for short periods, so is sometimes found on shore. Got 16 of them apparently. You can catch this one all over. Nice. But it takes bigger bait, so that's kind of the deal with that. Alright, back to rolling. Na 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 na. Welcome to Nihon General Goods. I've decided to stay here for a while. I plan on using this opportunity to study for when I start my own shop. Besides, the store owner, Nihon, has been very good to me. It's as comfortable as being home here. That's nice. Hey, Estelle, Shirazard. I heard you're heading out soon. Wow, news sure travels fast. Thanks to you, I've been able to resume ordering stock. Need anything, you should buy it before you leave. Yeah, thanks, Nihon. If you get any more rare sneakers in stock, hold on to them for me. Got it. Good luck, you two. We'll come back to shop during our downtime, I promise. Sneakers, even. Later, Nihon. Kitty's going to be staying around here for a while. She said she's using this experience to help train her for when she sets up her own shop. And it's hard to describe. I'm kind of happy, and I'm kind of scared, too. I admit that having her around the store has been a huge help, though. Nothing new here. Nothing new, nowhere to explore. Kitty's going to be working at our store for a while. Personally, I'm overjoyed. I can tell that Nihon is fond of Kitty. All that's left is to watch and wait. The bait's in the water, so we'll see if he takes the hook. I feel like things will go better if I just let them flow naturally. Yeah. That is the way. Hey, Estelle and Shirazard. Lovely weather we're having, huh? For once. Sounds like all the people who were asleep woke up. I'm guessing this is your doing, isn't it? Well, it's kind of weird, but I guess, yeah, technically, it is. I knew you all would solve it for us. I'd love to hear all the details on exactly how you did it. But knowing you guys, I'm guessing you've got more work lined up than you need to get on with. So I'd better let you go. I look forward to hearing all the exciting details another day, though. It's like he can read our minds. We appreciate it. Well, if you'll pardon us. Yeah, and bring Joshua with you then. I've been praying to Adios that you can track him down. Oh. I want to ask about this case's details another time. Next time you come, be sure to bring Joshua. There's a lot we need to talk about man to man. My, welcome everyone. I've heard all about the wonderful job you've been doing. Oh no, it was nothing that big. Estelle, you've become such an impressive bracer. The little girl I knew isn't here anymore. Now I'm all by my lonesome. Hey, Stella. Just kidding. Looks like you've still got a ways to go, Estelle. Estelle stuff. If you say so. Gee, Stella's crying act is no joke. You have to go off again, I suppose, but Estelle, be sure to take care of your health and stay well. I'm looking forward to the day you bring Joshua with you. So, Shira, take good care of Estelle. Don't make her drink, alright? Don't worry. It's not my style to force alcohol on people. But that's how you get shot. What? Huh? Oh, what is it, everyone? Suddenly this old lady is worried. Shira, please, we're counting on you. Shira, this old lady believes in you. It'll be okay. You can rest assured on that account. Hey you two, great work out there. I know a lot happened, but I'm just glad the fog's cleared. How about hanging around for a while before you head to your next job? Ah, yeah, that's the idea. Yes. So how about you share a drink with me? I'm afraid I'll have to leave that pleasure to Herbert or Faulkner. I've still got work. Lots and lots of work. Anyway, you should relax before you head out again. After all, it's your first time back enrolling for a while. I know a lot happened, but I'm just glad the fog's clear. One time when a co-host berated the pop machine guy. It's your first time back enrolling in a while, so try and enjoy yourself a bit, okay? Shall. Slot style. Cheetahs all done. Quartzy McQuartzy. Again, an HP3. HP3 style, even. You can have an HP3 and it gives you Tyrrell and Latira. Because why the beep not? And Blue Impact, of course. HP2, HP1 would be HP2. It adds Curia to your shenanigans. There you go. Hey you guys, good work on everything. You aren't already off on your next job, are you? Well, you could say that, but first we plan to do a bit of work around here. Yes, we need to take care of this branch at least a little, or I think Ina will get out of sorts, and that is something I do not wish to face. Must be hard to work all the time. Well, once things are settled a bit, come on back here. Oh yeah, and bring that Joshua with you. You got that? Sure. Will do. You bracers are always so busy, I can hardly keep up. Well, once your work settles down again, come on back here. Indeed. Today I get to spend all day with Papa. I'm happy. I love my Papa. I told her she can go outside, but now Uni refuses to leave my side. Guess Uni really does understand how I feel. Nah, there's nothing in my eye. No. Oh, everyone. My father woke up and is perfectly healthy. Really, thank you. Well, whatever you did. I don't know how I can truly thank you, but... no, you don't need to. How's Radford doing anyway? You said he's well. Very much so, yes. He's still a little lightheaded, but I think that'll pass him. Good. Sounds like he's fine. Yes, I suspect he'll be fine. If there's any change, let Father Divine know. He should be able to help at this point. Yes, I will. I'm keeping a very close eye on Father's health. Anyway, please be careful on your way. We will. We'll be seeing you, Eurydice. We really do owe you everything for what you've done this time. I'll keep a close eye on Father. You do that. My husband's supposed to start work again at the mine today, but apparently he lost something very important and hasn't headed out yet. Hope the other miners can manage things for a while. Knowing a few of them, though, it's a bit of a question. That's one of the jobs, but we'll be back for that. Daddy looks worried. I wonder what happened. We'll be back for that. Claire's back to being outside. Oh, Estelle, Shira, hi. Are you leaving Roland? Yes, we'll be packing the wagon shortly here. I'm sorry, Claire. We've got work to do elsewhere. You two are going together. That means there's a case. Is it a plot of the, Empire's Warhawks using the treaty as cover? Or the remnants of the Intelligence Division? No, maybe it's the Capua Sky Bandits. That'd surprise everyone. Aw, I can't see where this is going. Huh, I'm not entirely sure what to think about her being that close to the actual mark. I think a certain Mr. Burns should fear for his job when she gets older.
Well, it's excellent.
So a new case now, huh? The Warhawks in the... Okay, yeah. Settle down. Oh, everyone, hello. Luke woke up at long last. He's fit as a fiddle again. In fact, he ran outside almost as soon as he woke up. Really, not realizing how sick with worry his grandmother was for him. Ah, well, it's hardly the time for complaints like John. I think Adios, he woke up at all. Simply having him healthy is more than enough. Now I could watch him practice his swordsmanship with my son again. In light of all this, his unruliness was the most insignificant thing, wasn't it? Indeed. Sarah. It's such a relief that Luke woke up and was just fine. The fog's cleared too. Perhaps I should get Rhett out of the house for once. Might not be bad to go on a date like the old days. Date style. Pat went out to play with Luke. I think they're trying to track down Dieter. I'm just glad Luke woke up at all. Though, for him to awaken right as the fog clears... These have been a strange few days, that much is for sure. I'll find you, smart guy. But he never did. Still to this day, he's still looking. Oh. Ida's out here again. Ooh, my bracers. Look, look! The kittens are all so fluffy and happy and full of energy. Huh, I'll say. Ooh, decided on any names yet? Not yet. I thought of a few, but I just can't decide. I hope I can decide before they grow up. Yeah, naming pets before they grow up is generally good practice. You know, just a little advice there. Ooh. I wonder what name would fit a kid. Claudia? You can shorten it to Claus for a nice joke, I suppose. Though I guess it'd be rude to the princess, huh? Woo! Princess style. Oh! Bradford. I had a dream of my youth for the first time in a while yesterday. Like that time Bradford berated Mitch for forgetting the joke of the day. I was together with some old acquaintances for some reason. We're cooking up a storm. It was a very odd dream. When I woke up, though, all I could think about was that dish we made. Yep. So I came there to the bar to get them to make it for me. After all, it's an old recipe. I'm sure it'll be hard on the chef. You said hard. So we want to talk to Denzel Washington to start this quest. Ah, Estelle! Mom's opened her eyes. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Alyssa. Yeah, I'm relieved too. You too, Shira. Thank you very much. You're welcome. I'm happy to have been of help. Hope you'll continue to take care of Tabitha. Yes, I'll do my best. You and Ina should stop by again for a drink one of these days. I'm looking forward to it. Give my best to Faulkner. Whoa. Whoa! Thank you so much for what you did to my mother. The fog's cleared too, so come on and hang around the store for a while. The least I can do is try to make a great meal for you guys after all. Meal style. Faulkner! The owner's wife finally opened her eyes. Plus the bloody fog cleared up, so everything's back to normal. Feels like I'll be able to get to work with a very clean feeling now. Sounds like a plan. We'll go upstairs first before we trigger this questicle. Tabitha! Oh, Estelle and Shira. Hello, Tabitha. Thank Adios. I'm glad to see you're awake. How are you feeling? I'm still a little lightheaded, to be honest. I'm kind of salty that I missed out on so many almanac jokes while I was out. I'm sure it's because of the odd dream I had. Ah, so you had one too. Yes, it was such a nostalgic dream. I was about your age, out on a picnic with everyone. My old Sunday school friends, Anna and Lena. Huh? Lena? My mother was there? Well, not just Lena, mind. You and Joshua were there too. That doesn't make sense. Right next to your, same-age mother to boot. Say what?
Say what?
Well, that is quite the dream. Yes, odd, isn't it? The picnic was very fun, and I think it was quite a happy dream, but it was so terribly happy, it actually filled me with a sense of unease. It was a dream with an unpleasant aftertaste, like the whole thing was just made up. I see. It was nice to see Lena as she was, though, especially after so long. Perhaps she borrowed the world of dreams to see you. I'm sure she could hardly stand to just watch beside the goddess. Maybe. I can't really say I know for sure, but I guess I can think that now. To be honest, I'm not sure I ended up how she would have wanted. Don't worry, you're fine. Trust me. So hold your head high as you tend to your work. You're a good professional bracer no matter how you look at it. Yeah, thank you. Heck, that was weird. It kept going to the menu for some reason. I don't know why. If you can find some time, come visit the store. Alyssa and I would love to see you. Good times. Alright, let's go start this mission, this job, this whatever you want to call it. Hey there. Finally, my Tabitha's woken up. Sorry for kicking up such a fuss. Oh no, please, don't let it bother you. It's all part of the job, really. Yes, it's as Estelle said. Incidentally, apparently you have some kind of job for us. Oh, I see, so you're here on business then. Well, what I'd like to ask you to do is to investigate a certain recipe and find its ingredients. That's it! Ronald has come up with a new recipe. How about it? Got the time? Yes, I do. Yeah, no prob. So what recipe am I investigating? Right, so what I'd like you to find is the recipe for a certain stew. We'll call it Roland-style hodgepodge stew for now. Hodgepodge! In elementary school, I remember playing a computer game called Hodgepodge. I don't remember what it was about, but I just remember the name. Roland-style hodgepodge stew? To be honest, that sounds about as appetizing as the potluck we found in a chest once. Yes, it sounds like it'd be hard to keep down. Kinda like McDonald's. Now, it's just a temporary name. Anyway, I want you to investigate that recipe. If you ask around town, I'm sure you'll find something. Maybe, but probably not. Apparently every home used to make it back in the old days. Should probably ask some old folks who know about cooking then. Doesn't seem like younger people know about what old families cooked. Excuse me. A good suggestion. Well, that's fine for a direction to begin our investigation, but we still don't have enough information about the recipe itself. Yeah, you might be right, so we're gonna have to talk to a few people. It'd be nice to know what goes into it at least. Yeah, that's a good point, but sorry, but you'll need to ask Radford about the recipe. Yeah, he's the first one we want to talk to. Huh? I thought this was your request, but you want us to ask Radford? Well, here's the thing. He's the one who brought it up in the first place. Apparently he ate this nostalgic meal in his dreams. He's been begging me to make it for him ever since. Yeah, he mentioned something about that. Ooh, so that's why you requested the job. But a guild job just for a stew? I mean, was it really that good? It might not necessarily be because of the flavor. It's nostalgia, didn't you know? Perhaps it's a memory of some kind. The old man's not saying much either way, but I'm sure that's the case. Anyway, that's the story, so I'd really like to serve it to him if I could. What a moving story. I will be glad to help. Yeah, Bradford's finally awake. Let's feed him to celebrate his recovery. Yeah. Celebrate good times, come on! So then, we'll start by asking Radford about the recipe. Is there anything else we need to know before we go? Ah, well, after you sort out finding the recipe, would you mind also picking up the ingredients needed? Oh boy, you probably already have them, but it might use some kind of rare ingredients after all. No problem. If ingredients are what you want, then ingredients you shall have. Good to hear. Can't believe how fired up I'm getting over this. I can't believe what they've been saying about our Cheese Desert sports teams. I can't wait to see what kind of recipe it is. Well, don't you worry. We'll leave no stone unturned in the search. Yep, what she said. Expect some good news to come your way soon. Thanks. So we want to talk to Mr. Radford over here. Mr. Radford University. Isn't the meal ready yet? It's an old recipe, so I'm sure the chef is having trouble. You're darn tootin'. Radford, can we have a moment? Oh? Who's this? But Cassius's girl. You need something from me? Yes. We'd like to ask you about the recipe you ordered from Denzel. Oh, that dish. Do you mean the stew I dreamed of? You gotta love nostalgia. Yes, that recipe. Actually, we've got a request from Denzel. They explained that they had been hired by Denzel to investigate the recipe. Oh, so then you'll be looking for the stew. Oh, don't call me a hoe. I can taste your success already. I'm counting on you. PBS Retro. I bet they have Sesame Street on there. Thanks. But we need your help before we start, sir. We'd like to hear the details about that recipe. Not just what went into it, or the flavoring, but where you had it. Anything. I see, I see. Well then. First, as I'm sure you know, the recipe was for a stew. I seem to remember the base flavor was black pepper. Are you sure it wasn't red pepper? It was a spicy, invigorating stew. Maybe it was gumbo. You ever have gumbo? Lancer loves gumbo. Right. Strong black pepper. Got it. Reading Rainbow and Mr. Rogers. Those are classics. Ah, go on, please. The main ingredient was meat, I think. Though you could probably also use white fish. But I like meat, so we'll say meat for now. Yeah, let's just go with that. A big chunk of meat, bone and all. So tender that it just falls off. Also, I know some herbs were used. But I can't remember what kind. That's too bad. Damn Alzheimer's. I remember the smell, but I can't remember what it was the smell of. Ah, it's so frustrating. So the main ingredient was meat or fish, but you want meat, bone and all. Okay, check. And lastly, there were herbs used, but you don't know the exact types. Is that it? Well, that's fairly specific. Yes, should be plenty to go. I hope that helped a bit. It's plenty, thanks very much. Well then, happy hunting. I'm really looking forward to hearing you found the recipe. So it doesn't really tell you where to go from here, but you actually want to go and talk to Bloom at the general store. Essentially, you want to talk to all the elderly people. Bum, 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 bum. Hello there. Could we have a moment of your time? What is it? Is something wrong? No, nothing like that. I just have a quick question. Stella told Bloom that she was looking for a certain stew recipe on Bradford's behalf. Yes, I know the one. It used to be very popular around here. Really? Could you tell us anything about it? Oh, I could tell you plenty. It was your standard dish in every household back in my day. Yeah, Denzel said something like that, too. This has to be the one. We've been looking for the recipe to that particular dish, man. Would you happen to know the ingredients? Well, yes and no. The recipe I know is probably a little different than what you're looking for. I don't mind telling you my version. I just want to make sure you're aware of that before you pass it on. Okay. Different? Different how? I thought it'd be the same recipe. What do you mean? My recipe's one that's been passed down in my family for generations. As with any family recipe, it's been tweaked here and there over the years. The flavor's likely not what it used to be. Things are always changing, as they say. Though as I said before, I'd be happy to give you my version of the recipe, if that's fine by you. What do you think? It's been updated a bit, but maybe that's okay. I'd like to find the original if we can. The original version would be ideal, yes, but we can't afford to be picky. Beggars can't be choosers, as they say. A slightly different version beats handing the client nothing at all. You've got a point. Besides, she was kind enough to offer, so why not take her up on it? Yeah, I see what you guys mean. You'd like it then? Wonderful! Wait right here. I'll go grab my recipe book. She has a recipe book! Thank you. Kind of how Barney Cotton has a playbook. She sure is taking her sweet time. Now, don't be so impatient. Give her a little more time, Estelle. She looks plenty spry for her age, but she's still an elderly woman. Oh goodness, that's right. Well, no wonder I can't find it. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, children. I kept you waiting much longer than I'd meant to. I'd simply be fuming were I in your shoes. No way. You didn't take that one. So, did you find your recipe book? About that. I hadn't thought about it until I'd started looking, but I actually gave it away a while back. Uh-oh. What?
Say what?
Aww. It completely slipped my mind. I'm so sorry. He said he'd made a hobby of keeping older books and asked if he could add it to his collection. Oh, I think we know who that is. I hadn't cracked it open in years, so I thought nothing of handing it over to him. What? Bell sound effect. If only I weren't always so generous. Trust me, I feel like sighing too. We'll never be able to find out who got it either. And what a pain. No point in cursing our luck. What's done is done. Our time would be better spent figuring out, well, what else we can do. Exactly. Pain or not, we could always try finding the guy who took the book. Yeah, only one thing to do, so might as well suck it up and get to it. You said he liked collecting old books, right? If you have any idea who that might be, we should try them first. I'm afraid that's all I can remember. I wish I could help more, really. Hey, no worries. You gave us a pretty big clue. Can't be too many guys out there who collect old books for fun. Yes, thank you for your help. We'll come up to you again if we need to. But in case we don't, you have yourself a wonderful day, man. So, of course, that's referring to Rhett in the apartment building. So we want to go talk to him. How you doing? Ah, Estelle, what is it? Nothing too important, really. Just kind of admiring your massive collection of books. Indeedy, I'm quite proud of my collection. Collecting old books is my calling, and this is my cathedral, more or less. I hear a lot of the almanac jokes come from these books. Old books? As a calling? I wonder. Maybe it's worth asking. A bit of wild grasping at straws never hurt anyone. You've lost me, I'm afraid. Stella explained that she was looking for Bloom's recipe book as part of a guild request. So that's the story, and we're sticking to it. It's the wildest of guesses, but I don't suppose you have that book. Miss Bloom's recipe book, right? Oh yeah, I asked her to give that to me a while back. Wait, seriously? Sure. She said it had a lot of traditional local recipes, so I wanted to make sure I preserved it. I asked her for it, and she entrusted it to my care. Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds right. Grope for straws, and eventually you come up big. Let's have a look at the infinite wisdom of the ancients, then. Do you mind, Rat? I don't mind at all. The hitch would be not entirely sure where it is, come to think. It's definitely in my archive. I know that much. I think it would be faster if you just search yourselves. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we're the ones asking the favor, really, so we can handle that at least. The archives of jokes of the day. So I think it's over here. There it is. Bloom's recipe book is on the shelf. Piffle words. Read it! Pepper and herb puchero with bone and meat. One aged miso, 2 maple sugar, 5 fresh herbs, 4 black pepper, 1 vintage wine, 5 kibbled salts, 2 dragon beans, and 2 juicy boners. After giving the bone and meat a salt rub, shred and add herbs. Prepare as you would a typical puchero. Add a touch of fish coulis as a finishing touch, if available. Keep an eye on the thickness when heating. That sounds about right. Received recipe copy. Okay, got the recipe written down. To be totally honest, I'm not sure it would make any sense, but we can leave figuring out to the professionals. So, fun fact, if you don't have the ingredients, they can all be bought at the general store, except for the juicy bones, but you can get those down in the sewers from the rats. So yeah. It's kind of a thing. We have the ingredients list at least, so let's go and report it. Report style. Recipe copy. Copy of Old Miss Bloom's recipe from Red's house. Outlines the steps to make a traditional roll-in dish. Good times. Alright. Na 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 na. Hey Estelle, how's the investigation going? Right, well we found a recipe. Whoa, you already found it? Man, you guys are fast. Bracers are incredible. Might want to hold that praise. Oh? Why's that? Well, you see, they explained that the recipe they found was an altered version of the original. I see. So that's it. Still, can't be too greedy. I'll call it a job finished with that recipe. Sorry, Denzel. It'd have been best if we'd found the original, but the basic parts probably won't be that different. I'll smooth over the rest with my instinct and experience style. Pretty confident, as I would expect from a pro. Well, anyway, let me go over the results of our investigation. Estelle read off the details of Bloom's recipe. I see. It's more or less what I'd expected, but it does use some surprising ingredients. Alright, now I can really get to cooking this. So then we're all done here? Yeah, pretty much. Is what I'd like to say, but I also asked for the ingredients. True, that was part of the job. Shall we go and collect them then? Just a sec. Yeah, we've got everything. We're good to go. Phew, good work. Now we're set. That's why it's always good to have plenty of ingredients on. Whether I can make a meal that'll satisfy the old man or not, the rest is up to my skill. Alright. Bang a gong, we are on. I've ever heard anybody say that, but whatever you gotta do, man. I see. So you couldn't find the original recipe. Yeah, I'm really sorry. We asked a lot of people, but in the end, we never found anyone who knew it. We're terribly sorry, sir. No. Ultimately, it was my selfish request anyway. You don't need to be so worried. Well, I'll admit it's a bit sad to know I'll never taste that flavor again, though. But, Bradford, it might be a bit early to give up like Vegastar. Oh? I'm sure the meal I make will be close to that flavor. The recipe you guys brought still has a nostalgic flavor. The power of nostalgia, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, and while you all are talking, it's getting cold. Yeah. It looks pretty good. You should eat it while it's hot. Really, I'd like you to think of us watching on the sidelines. I've been sitting here dealing with such a lovely smell for a while now. No. My stomach is rumbling. Ah. We got to talking a bit too much. Well then, let me have at it. Nope. This is a bit nerve-wracking. I know this flavor. What is it? This is it! I've come up with a new recipe. I mean, this is the stew I ate in my dreams. Wahoo! Oh my. Oh. Really? Yes, really. It's not even slightly different from the nostalgic flavor I remember. What I wanted to eat, well, what I dreamed of eating was exactly this. That's incredible, Denzel. You perfectly replicated a recipe from a dream. I mean, I was pretty confident in it, but... confident style. That's a bit too generous. No, don't be humble. The meal is perfect. This is what I wanted in every way. Ah, it brings me back to those lost days of my youth. The girl I admired was ever so good at this recipe. I shed many manly tears the day she wed. Well, this is getting a bit soppy. Huh. Never heard of that. Sounds like you were quite the passionate one in your youth, old guy. That's the beauty of youth. The beauty of youth indeed. Everything has changed since then. Hasn't it, though? Even that angel of a girl is now a dried apricot. Who are you calling a dried apricot, you old fart? That voice is... it's Bloom! Miss Bloom? There's a plot twist for you. Really, to badmouth a lady in front of such a crowd. You're as twisted an old man as ever, you. No, it was just a play on words. What is it, ma'am? We don't see you here much. Yeah, it's been a while. These people came by my home to ask about the recipe a bit ago, and, well, I was curious, so I came by to see. Huh, so this recipe's... yes, it's a cooking style passed down in my family. This stew was my best recipe when I was a girl. I made it often for Radford here. So that means... the girl this old man admired was... ah, time is a cruel master indeed. What did you say? Nothing. Well, one way or the other, I'm just happy to see people eating this old recipe again. Here, since I've come all this way, let me make it for the first time in a while. You all should enjoy the flavor of tradition yourselves, as is tradition. Hooray! Don't mind if I do. Yes, please. I'd love the chance to observe some of the tricks to this recipe firsthand. Well then, let me borrow the kitchen. Studio. Quest nostalgic recipe completed. Good times. Nostalgia. Okay then. Good times. Alrighty then. So, fun fact, there's actually an achievement for completing that quest for whatever reason. And we also get, where is it? We get pepper pottage recipe, which we need some kibbled salt in order to make it.